and it is hockey weekend across America. We're taping this in late February, but we're going to talk some soccer right now, and we're joined by Daouda Kante. Did I pronounce your last name right?
Yes,
Kante?
Daouda
Okay.
Kante.
Okay, yeah. He is the executive and technical director for the Kansas Rush Soccer Club. He played 3 seasons in the MLS and 2 in the Major Indoor Soccer League. And he's also the subject of our Heartland Soccer Report in this month's KC Sports and Fitness, which you can find online at kcsportspaper.com. Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming on out here.
Thank you for having me.
You mentioned that you were you worked with some young hockey players in your college days. So
High school days.
High school days, okay. So you were a room monitor or something like that. That was
Team manager.
Okay. So let's talk about the Rush. How long have you been with the Rush?
I've been almost 10 years now.
Wow, really? Wow, that's great. So how did you connect up with the Rush and wind up settling here in Kansas City?
Like a friend of mine at the time was coaching in Baker University. Women program asked me to be his assistant in Baker.
Okay.
So I was his assistant for women's
Is that
side.
Nate Hauser?
Nate
Hauser? Yeah.
So I was assistant for Baker for 3 seasons, and at the same time I was working coaching teams for Kansas Rush, and I fell in love with the teaching part, and I chose to be part of the Rush.
So that's your part? Executive and technical director doesn't exactly tell me anything, but what is it? Mostly teaching, working with kids, or?
Yeah, in the office we have an office. So, and also I'm the one who's in charge of a curriculum for the coaching, and also help the coaches develop as a coach, and help them become better coaches.
Yeah, so I find that interesting that you also coach coaches.
Yes.
Not only because a lot of the coaches, are they volunteer parents, or are they actual?
Yeah, I think in a Rush we have two sides. The competitive sides are pay coaches, which is coaches who play in college, and also some of them play professional. And recreational side, we have volunteer coaches as well. So that's the two aspects.
Right. So kids can sign up for, they'll generally recruited for the competitive side.
Correct.
But sign up for the recreational side and play. Recreational games are located
at Lonell Park.
Okay.
Which is off 69 in Olathe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so you play in Olathe. So now in 2015, you were coaching a U18 team that won the national championship. And
they went to the national.
Championship. What was how was their success there? How did they do?
We did okay. We won one game, tie one, and lost one.
Okay.
And to me, it was a good show.
A good showing, yeah.
And it was also a good experience for me as a coach, and also for those players. So it was a very good experience.
Oh yeah. So anything. Win and lose is always important in life and all that. So you were honored in January by the National Soccer Coaches Association of America, and you were selected the 2015 National Coach of the Year for Boys Soccer. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank
Where was the presentation? And
the presentation was in Baltimore, Maryland, in past January. So.
Okay. Well, that's I saw some pictures online, and it was very cool. So let's talk about your philosophy for the Rush overall as an organization, and personally when you're coaching your players. What kind of approach do you take on that?
I think the biggest thing is everything we do, sport related, is a teaching life lesson. For me, it's important to. The first thing is learning, life lesson. So through soccer, it could be teamwork, it could be commitment and hard work, and all those things combined. So that's what I believe, and that's what I teach my teams and my players based on those.
Yeah, and pass it on to the coaches as well. I would guess your experiences as a youth and a college and a professional player all add to that. You got your education by playing soccer. That was a plus. I know that, to me, that's extremely important that people get their educations. So it makes sense. And you're not from this country.
No.
Where are you from, and when did you come over here? And it was for soccer, right?
Yes, I came here. I'm from Mali, West Africa.
Okay.
I came here at age 16, and
Wow, that's yeah.
So, and I was lucky to be.
Was it you just by yourself at age 16, or did you come across? Would your family, any family come?
My
with you,
brother at the time, my brother was living in New York at the time.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
I live with my brother, and then I live in school St. Benedict Prep, which is in a school in Newark, New Jersey. So I live in the dorms, and so that's how I
And you
started.
learned English and all that stuff
Correct.
while you're here. So, so what's something that you would tell a parent if a parent comes up to you and says, why should I join the Rush? What is it that you would tell them that makes the Rush stand out from others?
I think the biggest thing for us is our coaching staff. Very important piece to Kansas Rush, and also the family valued. We value family.
Right.
I value family a lot. So, to me, that aspect, and also we care deeply for each in our players' development, not just the soccer aspect, but life in general. So to me, I think, we have a role as a coach.
Yeah.
To teach those young kids about life. So that's what we do in Kansas.
Yeah, and it's not always that way. There are a lot of coaches that are there just to win and do better, game after game, and sports has become a very money-making type of thing on the youth level, and you guys taking that philosophy is excellent because it goes beyond the game.
That's right. So I think that's we want our young kids and our parents to understand that. So our job is not just a coaching aspect, but is a life, teaching the life lesson.
Right. So experiences. What kind of successes have you had personally with the teams that you've coached? What levels of coaching do you do? What ages? I mean, we obviously talked about the older kids, older boys. Yeah. But what ages?
So, like usually, I coach with older teams. This current year, I just finished up coaching the girls team, U18 girls team.
Okay.
So I'm just adding that to they have a tournament, their last tournament of their club years.
Right.
So very important. So, and also I'm coaching the U17 boys and U16 boys and U15 boys as well. So
that's a busy. I bet you have a lot of things crossing over as far as your schedule and practices and all those types of things. I remember we interviewed Nate several years ago in one of the earlier shows that we did when we started doing our TV show, and I asked Nate this question about coaching girls and coaching boys, and I said, "Is there a difference?" Yes. I'll let you give it the answer. Yeah, I know what he said. But.
Yeah, I think yes. There's a huge difference, and like a boy play with emotion, girls play with their hair. So and that's one, and second, you can tell the boys and yell on the boys and go do this, and they will do it.
Right.
But with the girls, you have to be very, you have to approach the game a little bit different by starting being positive, and then get your point across and end it with the positive. So there's a different way of coaching girls and boys.
Yeah, definitely a different way to motivate them. Yeah, from what I remember is he said the boys are just kind of out there and they're doing their own thing, and you can give them direction, but they might or might not do it. The girls are trying to please you.
Correct.
And they're just trying to do exactly what you said. Where they need to, sometimes they need to jump out of the
box.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's You've obviously worked with Nate. So you have a foundation that you've been running for several years. Tell us about the foundation, who it helps, and how people can participate with it.
To me, I'm very fortunate to do what I do, coaching young kids and helping them. And I've been in this country. I'm very few people, be where I am. So I don't want to just sit and be okay with where I am. So I want to help my country and the people from my country.
Right.
So to me, the first aspect is water. Like trying to give them a clean water, and also the second aspect is education. Trying to help with the especially the youngest kids, education, give them something, nobody can take those away. So that's what my foundation is for. And also, people can help by donating money, and that money go to those,
Yeah, for sure. And it's your website is KANTE4 MALI.
Yes.
.org. Right?
Daouda Kante for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it Daouda Kante for?
There's two websites. So
Okay.
one of them is Daouda Kante Soccer Foundation,
Okay.
and the other one is Kante for Mali.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. So how can people find out more about the Kansas Rush?
By going online,
Mm-hmm.
by kansasrush.com,
Okay.
and also by calling our office, which is 913-764-4111, and we're there to help in any aspect. So we have a program to start from 4 years old to 40 to 50 years old. So there we have soccer for everybody.
There's almost still time for me to get started.
That's right.
Well, Daouda, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching or listening to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine show. We're coming to you from Hockey Weekend across America at the